Y'all, this is not normal, okay? And it's so in my face right now, I had to make a video about it. See this? This is not normal. The sun is trying to shine, and they are literally trying to block out the sun. See all these lines?
Some call it a ridiculous hoax. Others are true believers. The white lines you see trailing behind airplanes, you probably know them as contrails. But a growing number of people claim we are secretly getting sprayed with chemicals. Is there any proof? CBS 5's Pat McReynolds takes a look.
Early in the morning, you'll see several jets flying this direction. Back and forth, up and back.
Roxy Lopez looks to the skies of Casa Grande with skepticism and fear.
It was just plane after plane after plane. It was crazy. Right over here in this direction.
She's referring to air traffic overhead that leaves familiar white lines in the sky that most consider are condensed and frozen airplane exhaust, or contrails. But all of those white lines are chemicals being sprayed either by the government or private industry. Those chemicals are making us sick.
They're getting colds or upper respiratory issues that they are now associating with this heavy spraying. And
Lopez is not alone. Arizona is a hotbed for chemtrail believers. Former Arizona Senator Karen Johnson even joined them in an online documentary entitled, "What Are They Spraying?"
Why is this happening? Why is this being allowed to be sprayed continually all over the United States, all over the world?
Chemtrails now getting widespread attention. Well, tonight, KSLA News 12 investigation reporter Jeff Farrell shows us the results of testing we had done about what's in our skies.
It seemed like some mornings it was just crisscrossing the whole sky. It was just like a giant checkerboard.
Bill Nichols snapped several photos of the strange clouds from his home in Stamps, Arkansas. They begin as normal contrails from a jet engine, but do not fade away like a normal contrail. Soon after, he saw particles in the air.
You know, because we'd see it drop to the ground in a haze.
Nichols then noticed the material collecting on the ground.
This is water and stuff that I collected in bowls. I had it set out in my backyard on my dad's pickup truck.
KSLA News 12 had the sample tested at a lab. The results? A high level of barium, 6.8 parts per million, more than 3 times the toxic level set by the EPA.
Armed with these lab results about the high levels of barium found in our sample, we decided to contact the Louisiana Department of Environmental Quality. They told us that yes, these levels are very unusual, but at the same time they added the caveat that proving the source is a whole nother matter.
Now, Jeff's report mentioned high levels of barium linked to those alleged chemtrails. We wanted to find out exactly what effects barium has on the body. We spoke with Mark Ryan, the director of the Poison Control Center. Ryan tells KSLA News 12 that short-term exposure can lead to anything from stomach to chest pains. Long-term exposure causes blood pressure problems. Ryan addressed concerns by chemtrail researchers that barium could be meant to wear down a person's immune system.
Since about 2000, the Department of Defense and the Department of Energy have been spraying the entire United States sky with a toxic brew of chemicals and other biologic agents. How many of you know what chemtrails are? Nobody. The military and some commercial planes are spraying us with what are called chemtrails. I want you to look at and oftentimes before there's a weather front, there are heavy assaults from these planes just before a weather front is changed and comes in. Military and some commercial jets have been fitted with huge barrels of at least 49 different kinds of documented chemical poisons. Among other documented ingredients in this toxic man-made clouds are pathogenic molds, fungi, weaponized viruses, and made in some places like the secret site at Fort Detrick, Maryland, which is supposed to be a cancer site. But there are a number of scholars and professors tracking this that have big questions about this. Barium and nanoalumin particles. What do these do to the human body? Barium is an alkaline earth mineral. It was discovered in 1774. At low doses, it can act as a muscle stimulant. At high doses, it detrimentally affects the heart and the nervous system. Barium is toxic to all mammals, and that means not just humans. Aluminum, which is the most abundant metal in the Earth's crust, is known to diminish kidney function and destroy brain cells and cognitive function. Just think about it. Just between the aluminum and the mercury that we're breathing all the time, we've got already a serious issue about brain function and cognitive function. There is also documented evidence that the aluminum in chemtrails is released as nanoparticles, and that when they reach the Earth environment for wildlife, in lakes and streams, it's causing serious problems with wildlife there. Researchers are also finding that nanoparticles interfere with the growth of plants. Nanotechnology is totally unregulated. Just this past month, a new research report came out showing and documenting for the first time that these nanoparticles actually go through the skin. Well, if you breathe them, whether they go through the skin or whether you're inhaling them, it's still a problem, a serious problem.
Look at it. Can't you see the lines? Look at it. It's so in my face, I have to talk about it. This is not normal. Why aren't we doing anything about this, y'all? They are gonna straight up destroy our planet. They are seeding the clouds with aluminum and all kinds of chemicals. Look at this. Look at that. Look at that. And they are literally trying right now. You should see all the lines in the sky. All the lines in the sky are right there. All of them, coordinated. Can't you see them? I know, right? Some people have a hard time believing it. I'm in the Midwest. This is where the food's grown. I mean, this is crazy. I'm showing you this real time. Real time, look. Real time, y'all. Your own eyes are seeing this, okay? These are your own eyes. Please pay attention. They think you guys are all sleeping. And they're doing their agenda right in front of your face, and no one even cares while we bicker about transvestites. Look at this. Real time in the Midwest. I'm watching them blot out the sun. You see it? All these lines, these are not clouds. These are all chemicals that they've sprayed. Look at it. Look at it. That's one. That's one. That's one. That's one. That's the wispy stuff of it. That's one. That's all the chemicals just floating in the air right now. Everything they're doing is against God and against our natural order, right? Do you understand what this is? Cue the tape.
Perhaps the greatest lie ever perpetrated on populations all over the world is the condensation trail lie. What we're seeing in our skies is not condensation. It's sprayed particulate dispersions with very few exceptions.
They shouldn't be there. Jet engines burn clean. So if there's anything coming out of them, it's an additive.
They're absolutely not contrails. Contrails do not linger, dissipate, and go into cloud coverage, period, in the report.
And I kept saying to people, you know, what is this? Because now the sky is no longer blue, it's starting to turn gray. And what I found was kind of like it was not socially acceptable. You know, we're all going to pretend this is not really happening. And I thought, oh, this is very bad.
This engine, a high bypass turbofan jet engine, this is the engine that is on all military tankers and all commercial carriers, is in essence a jet-powered fan. 90% of the air that moves through this engine is non-combusted. This engine by design is nearly incapable of producing any condensation trail except under rare and extreme circumstances. And again, we have film footage of aircraft flying at altitude with nozzles visible, turning on and off. That is the end of the argument.
Look at that. You can't deny this. You can't let people tell you that this is not happening. Do not listen to your friends telling you that this is not happening. This is happening. Look at it. All right? This is very serious. This is the big elephant in the room. Look at all that chemicals everywhere. And people have been warning about this for years. And they are really turning it up, y'all, because this affects the weather and it drives their climate change agenda. We cannot stand silent. Look at that. This is real life, y'all. This is not made up. And you can do your own homework, and I've done plenty of it. And I'm not listening to nobody, okay? I'm not being gaslighted, and I'm not being told, no, that's not what it is. Because I'm not stupid. Yep, I said it. And you shouldn't be either. Look at this. Literally trying to blot out the sun. Look at that. You can see it with your own eyes. Beautiful skies today. It would have been a beautiful blue sky day.
If populations around the globe find out what has been done to them by their governments without their knowledge or their consent, there will be a shockwave around the globe that cannot be contained by the criminal governments that have now taken control of our planet and civilizations all over the world.
Look at your own health and you know what is going on. And if you love your children, join us in fighting what we need to fight. This is a just fight, it's the right fight, it's the right cause.
I'm gonna put this on YouTube. You videoing right now? Oh God, don't video right now. It's like it's sprayed out of the top of his wings. Don't do any evidence.
With my little eye, chemtrails everywhere, all across the sky. Millions of people, them bound to die. The soil, them polluting the trees, them a cry. Round the world, for them place, them a fly. With dangerous toxins to kill I and I, like barium, arsenic and aluminium, and mercury, burning on them titanium. You let this Babylon, I try to block out the sun. But them chemtrails connected to them heart system. Never control the weather across the nation. And I give the people false information. With them heart system, them causing a quick tsunami. Hurricane, tornado, Babylon, and a massive army. And so them I go send up with them, please and feed them army. It's clear to see them wanna harm we. There's no getaway from the chemical trails what them spray. There's no getaway, polluting the atmosphere every day. There's no getaway from the poisonous toxin that left the sky gray. There's no getaway. Me wonder if they really wanna hear what me say. Yo, change spread through the rain and the breeze. It make you start cough, it make you start sneeze. In fact, it's responsible for many of disease and cancers, heart pain, depression and fatigue. same for the soil, it's the same for the trees. I know what I'm talking is hard to believe, that we can't trust even the air that we breathe, that we can't trust information we receive. The billions should have never pass and bereave, and them don't give a damn about the baby we keep. They're telling us license Adam and Eve. The truth will make you want heave. There's no getaway from the chemical drugs what them spray. There's no getaway, polluting the atmosphere every day. There's no getaway from the poisonous toxin that left the sky gray. There's no getaway. Me wonder if they really wanna hear what me say. I was born in a concrete jungle, born to a system that just don't care.